Barbados and he talked about how prices are high and how the Barbados Labour Party killing the people and how we in bed with the merchants. And since the Democrat Labour Party got into office, we have seen more increase in prices than ever before because they carry up the price of everything. Bicycle tax, road tax, land tax, VAT, liquor license, water. 14 items going on 15 because those of you with cars over 5 years old will have to get them inspected every single year. Gasoline prices, fuel, all over the world the price is going down and Barbados is the only place that the price is going up. Light bills gone up. Chicken expensive. And this man is telling you that he came. I was watching him on YouTube the other night when he was saying that the Barbados Labour Party come and they put this basket of goods, and if a basket of goods could help, he has to come with a comprehensive plan. I know that David Thompson said, well, that just suit you. You say you're going to bring down prices, but I'm going to put in Ministry of Commerce. And what did he do? Nothing. And you know what he's doing? He's phoning up people in St. Philip West and telling them that his hands are tied. Tied by who? He's a joker, man.
I remember when Owen Arthur came to office. I was right beside him and I heard when Owen Arthur said, I would love to see a car at every house in Barbados. I remember when Owen Arthur used that his motto all through this country. I have come to politics to stop Barbadians from being poor. These were statements of a leader. Those statements defined the man, Owen Arthur, and emphasized his vision for himself and for his party. At least I know what he stands for and what he wants. I am yet to hear, ladies and gentlemen, a speech from Friendel Stewart which defines him as a leader and as a politician. According to Stewart, he is approaching all of his problems with phlegmatic serenity. Phlegmatic serenity. And I know there are a couple of people that may understand what he means. But expressions such as phlegmatic serenity mean nothing to the people of Church Village, nothing to the people of Chapel, nothing to the people in Long Bay or Padmore. All that statement says, Friendel, is that you are not connecting with the average Barbadian. That is all it does. It says you are not connecting. But I don't blame you, Friendel. I don't blame him. He cannot even doze. He has to sleep with his eyes open. He has to sleep with his eyes open.
But I want to take you through a number of things that we deal with in this constituency. I've been canvassing since 2009, and I want to deal with the bread and butter issues that affect the people in this constituency. As a candidate, I am not elected to Parliament, you know. I am only a candidate for the Barbados Labour Party for the coming election. And ladies and gentlemen, would you believe that as I canvass this constituency, I get demands for light bills, people who cannot pay the light bill. Light bills lights being disconnected from people's homes. Water being disconnected. People cannot buy food. People can hardly get shelter. I had a program on YouTube and I did a documentary on some of the housings in St. Philip North because I thought that the people of Barbados needed to know what was happening in St. Philip. Do you know that up there in Peak Bay, a man that voted for Michael Lashley last election used to sleep in a house in a raincoat? And the man was sleeping in a raincoat simply because Michael Lashley did not care. And the man's son is very close to Michael Lashley as well. That man had to sleep in a house with a roof like a sieve. I placed it on YouTube, and you know, because I placed it on YouTube, the man got his house fixed. Now, if I didn't put that there, what would become of that man today? There was another lady in Peak Bay. The lady has a bad heart condition. She cannot go outside the house and travel long distances, and that lady had to get up during the night to go outside to use the bathroom. She had to get up during rain to go outside, and at that I also highlighted the lady got the house fixed, but you know she ain't getting the bathroom facilities yet. She ain't getting the bathroom facilities yet, and that is what is happening over here in this constituency. And it pains me to think that people will want to look me in my face and tell me that Michael Lashley is a hard fight. He's a hard fight when you're blind. He's a hard fight when you want to settle for anything. But you got something proper in the offering. You got me. I am here, and I'm here because I believe that better can be done, better shall be done, and better will be done if I'm elected to serve you in this constituency. I give you that solemn promise.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see this foolishness here? This has to be punished. You know, the Democratic Labour Party has a thing of telling you that a manifesto is not a social contract, you know. And you know that they honestly believe, and the one who was going the other side, who was the most prolific liar, David Thompson. But the other side he going isn't the side that you all will reach. He going to the other side, where people get burned and burned and burned. Because he set the stage within the Democratic Labour Party that one of the preconditions for success in politics is to feel that Barbadians are foolish and to lie incessantly to them because they got short memories. They will get through. But I'm going to do with this just what it deserves. This is not worth the paper it is written on. It is filled with lie after lie after lie. And anyone that is brought around during the next election campaign, because this one has not been touched, I want you to take it and I want you to rip it up in front of his face. And the same thing obtains in this manifesto, you know. But I'm not going to take this manifesto because I'm going to want it, because this is filled with lies and admissions of deceit too. But we will get time to deal with it systematically, page by page, sector by sector, industry by industry, intent by intent. But ladies and gentlemen, we need to move on from that. Because they have distinguished themselves in a way that I thought that the business of politicians and politics in Barbados will never reach. It is one thing to be incompetent, but it's another thing to be an incompetent liar.
You see the way run across there? I used to be a sprinter. I used to run for Barbados. My best time was 10.2, 10.18. And I tried to get there. From there beat me do 9.9. I thought that I was fast. From there do 9.9.
That can't be the Barbados that you could feel comfortable living in. It can't be. Not even a bread van or food van could say they benefit that coverly. Can't be the Barbados that you could feel comfortable in. And I can speak directly this way to Michael Lashley because he knows what I feel and how I stand on the matter. And it's not a personal thing against Michael Lashley. Let me assure you of that. When he was at law school and he discovered that he was a slow learner, I helped him so that he wouldn't be laughed at and called Dancy. When he was in Trinidad at law school and he couldn't cook and failed for himself, I fed him. Couldn't cook. And when he had a car that broke down and he needed to go and see a girl he had in Silver Sands, I personally drop him at St. Matthias Magistrates Court and show him the part is getting number 13 bus to get to Silver Sands. And I realized then how much of a fool Michael Ashley is. Call me, did a case, won the case, come back out and see Michael at the same bus stop. I said, Michael, what are you doing there? He said, what are you humbugging me for? You tell me take the number 13 bus, only 9 past so far. Michael Lashley is unsuited to the responsibilities of high governance. And I can say to you tonight, y'all want.
Tonight, I'm here to deal with the true Deputy Prime Minister of Barbados, the Governor of the Central Bank. I heard the Governor of the Central Bank said last week that nobody has the answers to the economic difficulties in Barbados. Right. You heard that? Yes. But we are all intelligent, aren't we? Of course. If there are no solutions to the problems confronting Barbados, why do we need to have a budget in Parliament? Think, people, why do we need for a Minister of Finance to bring a budget to Parliament if nobody has the answers? I also want you to think about this before I get into stride. Now, Sinclair is a complete and compulsive liar. No, but it's true. And Kerry, I can say that because it's true. And there are enough things now that he has done in public and has had to reverse his mouth for me to say that.